Hey everyone, welcome back with Being on Mac. For today, we're going to continue our playthrough of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. Now, once again, it's so weird, the cutscenes that have voice acting and don't in this game. It's not even something I'm doing on purpose or you know, something that I did so that way I can start talking from the get-go. As much as I love hearing my own voice and talking and whatnot, you know, I get it. You know, it's not something I intend to do, but we're going to start this as our partner. Probably gonna go with Kid Trunks, you know, because we didn't see any action with him last level. So, you know, for any of the Kid Trunks fans out there, you know, you'll get to see a little bit of some action from this, you know, kid. But this level, I think I've always liked the arena for this level. I don't know where in the hell we are supposed to be, but it's still just a really awesome concept for an arena, in my opinion, and surprisingly works well for Dragon Ball.
This is no time to be fighting, Vegeta! Our energy will be transferred to Majin Buu!
What do I care? That has nothing to do with our fight!
Everyone is going to be killed! Everyone! Including Bulma and Trunks!
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I sold my mind to Babidi in order to eliminate such weakness!
And as much as I love this level, I think this is the level where the cracks really start to show already. For maybe they should have cut back on the Majin Buu levels and kind of gave, you know, the Android Saga levels a little more time to breathe instead. As you know, of course, this one we of course have the Majin characters back, but for whatever reason, you know, Deborah was in last level, and he just never shows up again, which is so odd. You know, I feel like, you know, they could have used a lot more of just the normal Majin characters in this game. Like I said, there's apparently 2 characters that have like character data that's just so generic you'll never be able to tell who it is. It's between, like, I think geez, I said in like stage 4, so I can't remember, but it's between, like, I think Majin Buu Saga characters. So it could have been hinting at maybe, you know, we could have got some you know, Pui, we could have got some Spopovich or Spopovich or Spopovich or whatever, you know, however you pronounce it or whatever. Continue my point after this scene.
You're not getting away. I have not extracted my revenge yet.
Frieza, you're no match for me. Don't do anything so futile.
What? You ignorant Saiyan! You're highly underestimating my new power.
I have not extracted my revenge yet. You ignorant Saiyan. But yeah, anyway, so we could have got Yamu, we could have gotten Spopovich, that's just what I'm gonna call him from now on, you know, Yakon, Pui, could have been any of those characters, and they would have been. Alright, yeah, I admit nobody would want to play as them, and that's why they didn't show up, clearly. Something about the Majin characters just never you know, they never really had time to leave a lasting impression on characters, you know, as characters on people as much as, you know, say like the Dodorias, the Zarbons, the Raditz, all those guys that didn't really show up too much. But that said, you know, they still would have been cool henchman characters. And, you know, the Cybermen and the Cell Jr. in this game, and they're not playable, which apparently they could have been playable in Budokai 1 as well. And I don't know, it's just, I don't really think it's a big deal that the Cell and Frieza came back, even though Cell just came back from the last level and stuff like that. And it's a little cheap, it seems like, but I don't know. Like, you can tell there's a lot of, even with Goku, there's not really too many scenes in this. I mean, there's quite a few, but compared to every other level, you know, I mean, there's just nothing really there, you know. I think everybody has like one scene, and, you know, it's just kind of like they didn't really have the henchmen and the multiple characters to really make this level work, in my opinion. But, you know, still very fun, cracks starting to show, but it's still not that big of a deal if they were to stop here. But we'll see in the next few levels that that's not entirely the case. And I do think the Majin outfits are pretty cool, even if it's just like an add on these characters, which it kind of stinks that we never got to play as them in those outfits. I think in like the Japanese version or something like that, or later versions, of the game. They have the Majin outfits for Cell and freaking Frieza, but you know, it's no big deal, I suppose. Kind of lame also that we don't have any cutscenes between Vegeta and Kid Trunks. I feel like this would be absolutely perfect to see them interact and stuff, but some characters, they just said, yeah, screw it, we just don't want to deal with any interactions. It's just not worth our time, I guess. Which is too bad. Another little secret on this level too is you can see that Babidi is here, as well as in, you know, the last level Babidi was cut off from everybody. Obviously we don't have the ability to reach Babidi in this level. You're never supposed to fight him. However, one interesting thing that I think is kind of funny when you think about it is if somebody did make a video, they hacked it to where, you know, you can see what happens if you interact with Babidi, and surprisingly the game doesn't crash. It's actually where you'll see first off, it doesn't load the battle animation. You know, you guys don't see it anyway on these videos, but there's like a screen that says, you know, get ready for battle, and you can check all your moves that you have equipped and stuff like that. You don't get that screen if you attack Babidi. It just goes straight to the fight, and it's just a fight with Dr. Gero of all people. Which I don't know if he's like a default thing for that. Like, obviously they never intended to have him in that place. They never intended you to fight Babidi, so it's cool that instead of crashing outright, they somehow, for whatever reason, they just placed Dr. Gero in there instead. Maybe they had to. Just the way that they made like the board pieces, they had to put like a character associated with it or something like that. You know, their own personal rule. I don't know, but that's just an interesting little detail I thought of. I was gonna say on the stage 4, but I held my tongue for that little tidbit. I figured. And he's almost there. We're gonna take care of Cell before, you know, any of the real stuff starts to happen here. But I figured, you know, I'll also share some more Budokai 1. Because I don't think I ever actually went over the Budokai 1 cut content that we could have gotten. I think a little bit of it, but not all of it. So, one thing I think is pretty cool is that, you know, I already said, I think in a previous video, that Kui could have possibly been, you know, a character that was playable in Budokai 1. And, you know, it would have been really weird. Obviously, he didn't. I think the only like evidence of that is the fact that he has world tournament announcer voice files. You know, like Kui versus Kui. But he has no actual data, I guess, for like, hey, you know, here's a model of him in a fighting. You know, as a fighter, here's a stance or moves or anything relating to him, even capsule data relating to him. But, you know, so it's just kind of, you take that with a grain of salt, I suppose. But, you know, I guess Cell Jr. and Cybermen were also planned to initially be playable right away as well. And once again, like, this part of the cutscene is not voiced. But then, like, right after this, it's going to be voiced. So just check it out.
Majin Buu? Is it you, Majin Buu? Starting today, I will be your new master, Babidi. Hey! Did you hear me, you fatso? Master Babidi! What? What do you want? Die, you dummy! Pow, pow! Ow, ow, ow!
Like I said, stuff that should only be heard by Bomb. Alright, I guess they're all making noises that should only be heard by their significant others, but yeah, we're I think another thing that's annoying about this level is they brought back Vegeta, and there is a reason for that, and you guys will actually see the end result of that. But why do you not have any voice files for this? Why isn't there something like where it's Goku saying, hey, Vegeta, you're not Majin anymore, come on. You know, let's take out Buu. We got bigger problems. And Vegeta's like, nah, I still want to do this fight, you know, you're not getting away from it. Even just one scene of that would have been something, man. I mean, come on. Jeez Louise. Take that Trunks' time machine, go back in time, and input that frickin' cutscene in there, folks. Am I right, golly, gee whiz, oh me, oh my. Man, I can't stand it when they frickin' block through my blast wave. But yeah, actually, that's all that Kui thing in the Cell Jr. is really the only thing I can really share with you on this video about the cut content. Other stuff is just not the most interesting, just kind of, you know, visual stuff. But I'll leave the link in the description below for, you know, the Cutting Room 4 is where I, you know, find all my information for that. It's kind of like a wiki for cut content. So once again, take stuff with a little bit of grain of salt, but you know, I'll leave that in the description for you guys to check that kind of stuff out. You know, if you're interested in that stuff like me. And we're gonna fight Buu, but I'm gonna skip the fight because I'm just gonna purposely lose because I want to try and see the Cell and Frieza dialogue.
Majin Buu! I'm grateful to you for defeating Babidi. Now be a good Buu and go back into your ball, okay?
Boo don't like you. Boo make you dead. How should Boo kill you?
So like I said, I purposely lost that, so now we're going to see the Cell cutscene, and, you know, hopefully he doesn't attack me again, so that way we can, well, I can beat him like now if he's attacking me from this angle, but we're going to take out Frieza if we can. But just kind of funny cutscenes, which, once again, we got from these characters, but not Vegeta.
Goku, what are you doing here?
Well, I guess you've been released from Babidi's magic.
Babidi? Magic? What are you talking about? Whatever the case, this is perfect. Goku, now it's your turn to die.
You've said that before, Cell.
I love Goku's terrified look on his model whenever stuff like this happens. But they could have had an amnesia thing with Vegeta as well. Not knowing what's going on. But, I'm just going to real quick try and go through the Budokai 2 cut stuff one more time. Because I think this is kind of the last thing where, you know, I think I can say everything, you know. Obviously you guys know there was a lot of cut characters, and then making Budokai 1 to Budokai 2, and all their data still exists in Budokai 2, hinting they were originally going to come back. So, Kid Gohan, of course, you know, Zarbon and Dodoria, Android 19, you know, even though they're not playable, I think there was a little bit of a hint once again, Budokai 2, that maybe they were going to make the Cybermen and Cell Jr. playable and stuff like that. I already mentioned, you know, a few times the two characters that we just don't know anything about that have, you know, data associated with them. But Vegeta's about to end this level early and ruin my plans, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, but above all else, please remember to have a nice day and check out next week's episode.
I am the one who released Majin Buu. I will be the one to deal with him. Majin Buu! I am not going to die alone. I'm going to take you with me. Farewell, Bulma, Trunks, and even you, Kakarot. Wah! I'm not going to die!
Wait! Majin Buu!